Hey everyone, welcome back to the Lee Zephyr book channel. Been a little bit since I'd done a video. I did the welcome video. This will be the first video since that. This is going to be part of a series or episodes or something. I'm just going to do a little bit of kind of like vlogging type stuff. Eventually this will hopefully upgrade into better vlogging and stuff. But for now I wanted to actually do a little bit of a haul. It's a bit of a haul video, also kind of a vlog video. So recently, my wife and I took a trip up north, about 2.5 hours, to visit my parents on vacation. We was taking our vacation for the year to go visit with them. We go up there quite often. Usually we're there a couple days on the weekends and stuff when we get a break from work. But this time around, since we had vacation time saved up at work, we was able to stay for about 4 nights, 5 days. I think it's about 4 nights and 5 days. Pretty good trip, and so I just wanted to do a video, talk to you guys about that, about the trip, let you know how everything went, fill you guys in. Next time, hopefully, have the filming equipment to bring you guys with us and actually show you footage from it. And then also show you a haul of some of the stuff we got there. Also, I have some stuff that we went, just some other haul items like collector items, collectible items that I've gathered over the past couple weeks. I'll try to kind of do like a weekly update eventually, just weekly update videos letting you know what I've been into, what we've been doing, seeing, watching, new collection stuff, all that. So first, let me break down just the start of the trip. So we went down on a Thursday. We left Thursday morning. Pretty standard run of the mill. I think we stopped at the gas station um, and filled up on gas, got something to drink, got some coffee, and then made a beeline down there. Usually about halfway we stop, and if we need to refill on drinks or use the bathroom or refuel on gas, we'll do that. And I think we did stop to get more drinks. I don't think we had to refuel, but we did stop for drinks and bathroom break. And then we went on the rest of the way down. When we got there, we went to the Walmart. Their Walmart is way bigger than ours. We live, like I said, down kind of smaller town kind of thing. So our Walmart's just a normal, at least to us, what we consider a normal size. And up there they have kind of like the big Walmart. I mean, it's like factory size big. But it's not a Sam's Club, but it's just a big Walmart. So we went by there to look around at a few things. Mom and Dad wasn't up yet. Then we had to do some other running, taking care of some business stuff that we had to do up there. And then met up with Mom and Dad and went to, I'm trying to remember the first restaurant we went to when we was down there. And I'll think of it in a second. I'll come back to it and say, oh, we went to eat. Can't remember where we went. We went somewhere to eat. Oh, we went to Cheddar's. We went to Cheddar's to eat. And it was good, pretty good. Just run of the mill, kind of like a Shiloh's-y, Old Town Grill-y top restaurant. Then headed back and just visited with them for a while. We spent most of the time visiting. The second day, we did try 2 new restaurants that we had never been to, which was kind of a fun experience. We went to a place called Oriental Walk. As some of you may or may not know, my wife is currently pregnant, so had really been craving like some kind of Asian food, whether it be Chinese, Japanese, something like that. So we went to a place called Oriental Walk. We'd never been there, but it looked nice from the outside, sounded nice. The menu and everything we seen online looked good, so we went there. Incredible place. Like I said, definitely we'll get footage next time. They had some incredible, like, just architecture stuff. When you first come in, there's 2 terracotta warriors, which are big clay statues. A lot of history behind those. That was right near the door. They had koi ponds all over the place. They had big, huge statues and like a second story to this place. So it was really awesome to get a look at. And we got some food, got some egg drop soup and some teriyaki chicken with rice, which was delicious. And then later that evening, Mom and Dad wanted to surprise us. My favorite type of food is Italian and been craving that. So they wanted to surprise us a little bit and take us to an Italian place up there. Again, place we'd never been, never went to before. So it was called Buca di Beppo, if I'm saying that right. And it was awesome. Like, it was very authentic Italian, very much like old school kind of Italian. They had like the red and white tablecloths and had old school pictures, black and white pictures and stuff everywhere. Just even the inside, just the way it felt like an old school Italian restaurant, like something you see in like a movie or something, a mafia movie. The food was great, fantastic. All of their food they serve in family-sized portions, so they're small. It serves 3 people. It's big enough to feed 3 people, and then they're large. I think it's big enough to serve 5 people. So me and the wife split spaghetti and meatballs. But again, like I'm trying to think of something on my desk here to show how huge those meatballs was, and I don't think that I really have anything. I mean, it was like bigger than my fist, where the camera is, bigger than my fist just about, these meatballs, and then just a huge, I mean, huge bowl of spaghetti. And then we got the raspberry and hazelnut cheesecake, which was delicious. They also had these wings. They had these Parmesan garlic wings that was hands down the best wings I've ever had. So we left there, went back and hung out, and watched a little bit of TV. We watched the new episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney Plus, new Marvel show. Watched the first episode of that while we were down there with Dad and stuff, and hung out. And then the next day, I believe it was Saturday. It was a Saturday when we was up there. We did a little more running. We went to Target. We actually went to Target 2 or 3 times, I think. Always, I think we went 3 times. Yeah, because that first day that we was down there after we left Cheddar's, we went to Target. I remember now we went to Target then to look at some baby stuff. Was mainly looking for like maternity clothes and stuff like that. And then the next day, 2 days later on Saturday, we ended up going back to Target to look at some more of the actual like baby stuff, like the actual like carriages and just kind of the baby monitor stuff and car seats, just to look at more of their baby section and maternity section, and got to look around at some of that stuff, which is pretty neat. We also went to a place up there called Gabe's. It's kind of like a little bit of everything store. They got like clothes, they've got home decor stuff, they've got like bath and bedding stuff, they got shoes. We looked around in there for a while. Mom and Dad had went down to a place called At Home, which is like a home goods store. They just need to get some new carpets and new chairs and stuff for their apartment. And so after we got out of Gabe's, me and the wife, we kind of sat on a bench that was outside of there and had a really nice conversation. It was just a really nice kind of pause in the middle of the hustle and bustle of the vacation. So that was a really nice moment that we got to have. It was a beautiful day, not too hot, not too cold, just nice little breeze going on. Then we went back to the apartment, hung out there. We got to try, on that day, that was when we got to try my wife's weird pregnancy craving food. So far she's not had too many weird cravings. It's been like, she's been wanting, like, there for a while she's craving chicken wings really bad. There for a while she's craving Asian food really bad. Nothing like weird, other than she did end up, what she told me she was craving was deviled egg, the mixture, like when you make deviled eggs, the yellow where you mix the mayonnaise and mustard and the egg yolks and stuff together. She was craving that mixture, like that you put down in the deviled eggs, but wrapped in salami, and like hard salami, wrap it up in like a piece of salami and eat it. So because she's pregnant, we had to heat the salami up for a few seconds because she couldn't have it cold. You have to heat it, make sure all the bacteria is cooked off and stuff. And then, but Mom made deviled eggs, and so she scraped the mixture out onto the salami, rolled it up. I'll try to share some pictures or plug some pictures in here somewhere in the video for you guys to see. But it actually turned out good. Like, I mean, it was one of those things you always, when you hear weird pregnancy cravings, you just assume this is going to be kind of terrifying. But it actually turned out to be really good. I don't know why more people don't just take deviled egg mixture. I mean, it's great in deviled eggs. I love deviled eggs, but that mixture is a really good mixture that you can put with anything. I don't know why there's not more stuff with just deviled egg mixture by itself in them. Who knows? But it was pretty good. So Sunday, we kind of made a day of it ourselves, and that's where most of our haul goods are going to come from. We actually went back to Target because we was wanting to look at the electronics and like the books and some of the more nerdier kind of stuff and their board games and stuff, see what they had there. And then after we left there, we ended up going to Barnes and Noble up there. We looked around Barnes and Noble, found some really cool stuff. We also went to the mall. They actually have a mall up there. Has an FYE, a box lunch, Hot Topic, and we went around all these places and Bath and Body Works and all these different little stores in the mall, and we did quite a bit of haul stuff there, buying stuff there. We also stopped while we was at the mall at Auntie Anne's Pretzels. That's my wife's favorite pretzel place. She loves soft pretzels, like the big soft pretzels you can get, but she's always told me that Auntie Anne's was best. I don't think that I'd ever had Auntie Anne's pretzels, to be honest with you. At least not like just their regular jumbo-sized pretzel. It was delicious. It was really good. Again, we got pictures I'll try to plug in here of the pretzel. But after that, we ended up going back and hanging out with Mom and Dad some more. And then Monday morning, we got up at the hotel and got ready and made our way back down here. So this all in all, it was a great trip. We stayed at a True by Hilton hotel. It was a great hotel. Had an excellent visit, excellent stay. Had a lot of fun. Like I said, we tried all kinds of different food and snacks and stuff. And we really enjoyed it. We really, really enjoyed it. As we always do. So then we came back, getting back into the flow of things. But I will say yesterday I did make a trip. Anybody who follows my other YouTube channel or watches on my other YouTube channel, the Not a Sidekick Productions channel, that I do with Digital Dachi. Me and the wife both went with Dachi, and we all went down to a town a little bit further, not as far as Mom and Dad's, but it's just about 30-40 minutes drive from here. And went down there. They had a new comic book store opening up, so we went down there, got some Chick-fil-A, and checked out the new comic store. It was awesome. We don't really have one down here where we live anymore. We used to, but it kind of went south fast. Yeah, so we got a few more things there. So that's where we're going to have some more haul. I'm going to show you guys the comics we got, the stuff we got while we was up north. And then also I got some books not too long ago at Books A Million. We do have a Books A Million down here, and so I got some books there. So I figured I'll show you some of that stuff. Now, most of this is the stuff that I got. Some of it is my wife's stuff that we got together, like we picked out together. But I will eventually do a separate video where I will show you guys like more of our actual collection or collectibles and some of her stuff. Again, I'm sure you've noticed behind me is her wheelhouse, all of her horror collection. She's been growing for years and years and years. So that'll be a whole video in and of itself because it'll take a whole video to run through all that stuff. But first we'll get started. So the first thing, which actually I got at Hot Topic, they were having a deal where it was like buy one, get one, or buy two, get one. Something on Funko Pop figures. And so I knew there was one that she was really wanting, and to be honest with you, I can't remember which one she got. I'll have to, again, that'll be one to show you guys later. But I know she ended up buying one for herself. And then I got one to go with my collection, which is a Yu Yu Hakusho figure of Yoko Kurama. Now, I actually have, which again, I'll show you in the other collection video, I actually have the original Kurama, which actually you can see on the back here. Right here, I already have this one, which is him in his normal human form, and then this obviously is his Kitsune form when he goes into his fox mode. So I had to get this one, obviously, because it goes perfectly with the one that I already have. So very excited about that. It's awesome. It's an exclusive, Hot Topic exclusive. It looks incredible. Big Yu Yu Hakusho fan. Kurama's my favorite character in the show, so very excited about that. And again, we got that at the Hot Topic at the mall. So anybody looking for that. Again, I don't know if it has. Oh, it does. So this was $12.50. Now again, we did the buy one get one half off. So I don't know. We bought two, so One of ours was half off. I don't know if it was this one or the other one, but original price on this is $12.50 unless you do a buy one get one half off, which I'm guessing you'll still pay $12.50 for something. Next, I'm going to go over two of the books that I got at Books A Million. I love books. I love to read. As you know, this is the Lee Zephyr book channel, so it wouldn't be much of a book video unless I showed off some books that I've bought. Now, again, I've got so many books I get caught up on reading and stuff, and hopefully I'll be able to, once I read these, I can get back to you guys, do a little bit of a book review. But first one I got is it's called Loki. It's by Mackenzie Lee. The glare there is pretty good. There you go. Award-winning author Mackenzie Lee. New York Times bestseller, Where Mischief Lies. Beautiful cover, beautiful side there. I mean, I'm a big Marvel fan, so for me, I've back in the day I had read several of the Marvel prose novels. I'm a big comic book fan, as you'll see, or as you may already know, and I've read a lot of their prose novels, but at the time, which was back when I had first graduated high school, probably like 2010, 2011, I went through and binged reading as many of their prose novels that I thought existed. But recent years, they've come out with a bunch more that I didn't even know existed. So I've got a lot of catching up to do. There's a lot of Marvel books that I'm wanting to get to grow my collection on that front. So it sounds really interesting. It's focused mainly on Loki. I'm not normally as big into like Thor and Loki and the whole Asgard side of Marvel. I respect it. I appreciate it. I don't know as much about it. So maybe this will be a nice way to get me into that. Also at Books A Million, we got a book called City of Villains. It's by Estelle Lar. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Again, awesome cover. Creepy looking cover, but love that side. And you got the back here. So it's supposed to be, I think they described it as like kind of like a cross between like Gotham, if you've ever seen the TV show Gotham, which is like takes a lot of the Batman villains and rogues gallery and kind of puts a more realistic, kind of grittier noir spin on it. And it's supposed to be kind of like that, but with Disney villains. So I'm really excited about that. I love noir, detective-y, gritty stuff. Again, as many people may or may not know, that's my next full-length novel currently in works is a noir detective series. So this could be right perfect inspiration or right up the alley for that. So this one was $17.99, and I forgot to mention, and Loki was $9.99. So that's the prices on both of those at Books A Million. Also at Books A Million, me and my wife are big fans of the series, the Who Was series, which are like these smaller books. They're I think they're for like educational type purposes, but we love educational type books and stuff like that anyways, but especially with the baby on the way, I think it'll be a big deal when they get here. Both of these were $5.99 that I picked out. So I've got Who Was Stan Lee, obviously, you know, the comics and stuff, which I think is really fun. Little thing there, a little history and they always put like neat little pictures and stuff in there. And then I also got Who Was Joan of Arc. I'm a big history buff. It's one of my favorite subjects in school, right after like theater and English and stuff was history. It was actually probably my favorite subject in school. So I was real excited to see the Joan of Arc one. I mean, all these are kind of historic, but I was a big Joan of Arc fan. So keeping with the books side of thing, while we were at Barnes & Noble, we went in, and I was hoping to find more of the Marvel books, kind of like the Loki book. Or I'd seen a bunch online, a bunch of Marvel prose novels that looked really fun and really good, and I wanted to grow that collection. Wasn't able to find any of those. I was able to find the Loki one again, but I wasn't able to find any of the others. But while we were there, because again, with the baby on the way, we've been kind of looking into the future side of things, and especially being a book channel and being an indie author, we definitely want the baby and to be into books and get them started out early reading and stuff. We think that's very important. And so we went into the kids book section. I think it's like Barnes & Noble Junior or Barnes & Noble Kids section or something. But we was looking, there was a lot of really good books. There's a lot of books from our childhood that me and her grew up reading that we want to get for our child to read. But one of the things that we found, which ended up being an impulse buy, we didn't really go in there having any plan. We both went in and said, like, okay, well, if we see something and it's within a certain price range, we'll go ahead and get it. And then we found one book that was in the kids book section that we ended up pulling both of our money together. We just said, you know what, forget it. This is the one thing this fits both of our price range individually put together. That's what we went for. And it's really, really cool. I didn't even know this existed. It was $19.99, so it was $20. But it is Jim Henson's Labyrinth, but it's an ABC storybook. Oh, let me get that there. By Luke Flowers. Look at this artwork. I don't know if Luke Flowers also did the artwork. I could probably look and see. But it is just incredible. So you take and they do each letter. They tell the story of what actually happened, but by using letters of the alphabet. And it is, like I said, beautifully artistically designed book. It just fits so perfectly, and the Labyrinth is one of our favorites. We're big Labyrinth fans. Just an astounding movie. We're both big Jim Henson fans, period, but let alone it was just the Labyrinth is a classic. It's an absolute classic. And this really awesome detailed illustrations, and it's a kid's book, it's an ABC book, but it tells the original story. It's just, can't pass it up. Didn't even know it existed. So got that. Again, that was $19.99 at Barnes & Noble. Well worth it. Well awesome. Looks great on the shelf. Beautiful book. And so next we will get into actually before I get into that, the last thing that we got on our trip up north, which I'm going to actually review in a separate video. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you guys, but I will review it in a separate video. And you'll see why, is a FYE exclusive Japan crate. So this was, I believe the price is on the front. Or not. It was, $35. Right there. Well, you can't see it. You just take my word for it. It's $35, but it comes with 15 items, including crazy Japanese candy, a drink, a DIY kit, and a collectible bonus item, and $10 gift voucher towards future Japan crates. Let's see. There's all kinds of stuff in there. It's slotting out here on me. Look at, there's all kinds of stuff. But as you see, that's a future taste test video waiting to happen. Let's go through and try out some of those. We had done a thing called Snack Crate for a while, and I really enjoyed getting to try different snacks from around the world, and I really like doing that. And I've actually got some backlogged videos of some of the snack crates that I'd done that I will eventually do a video or post those up here maybe, if that's something you guys are interested in. But definitely I will do a separate video trying out the different snacks and candies and that for you guys. But again, that'll be a whole separate video. So last but not least, I'm going to go through the comics that we purchased last night at the comic book store. Actually, there's more in here to go over. My bad. I forgot I put some stuff in here. So while we were up there, when we was at Target, we did end up getting a steelbook. We each got a steelbook. Again, I'll be able to show you hers at a later time. She had gotten a Wizard of Oz steelbook. She's a huge Wizard of Oz fan. This horror collection behind me, it's about like that, but Wizard of Oz that she has collected in another room. So she actually found a really cool Wizard of Oz steelbook, and so I thought, why not? I'll get a steelbook. And so I actually got, which again, pretty awesome, is the Robert De Niro, Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. It came out, I think it was 2019. Excellent quality, awesome looking artwork and design, and I love the inside. It's just awesome looking artwork. It's just awesome looking steelbook. It's a great movie, five-star movie in my book. And so to have a steelbook, and especially with like the very neat looking design and cover there, had to have it. Looks great. The other thing I forgot to mention that I bought last night is Monster Hunter Rise. I got the new Monster Hunter. This actually is my first Monster Hunter game. I've never played the old ones. I've always heard of them, always wanted to play them. a bunch of my friends play it and really was pushing me. They're like, now that you have a Switch, you got to play the new one. If you've not played the other ones, play this one with us. So I got it, and I'll get back to you guys on that, let you guys know my thoughts on that. So without further ado, we can get into the comic book store purchases. So I've gotten, I don't know how many comics, I think 4 or 5 comics, and then they actually had a thing where you could get stickers, like little cool looking stickers for cheap. And so I got a bunch of those, some for the wife, some for me. Just some cool little stuff to decorate the place up with. So, since I just unloaded that with the stickers on top, we'll go over those first. So, I got, I believe, 5 stickers for $2, I think it was. Yeah, we got 5 stickers for $2. So, here we go. So, first we have this, like, Simpsons version of Thor. It's like Homer dressed up as Thor. It's hilarious. We've been watching a lot of The Simpsons lately. We just started it, I guess technically last year. It was towards the end of last year or beginning of this year. It was big when I was a kid, but never watched it when I was younger. We just recently started watching it on Disney Plus, so big fan. So I seen a Simpsons thing and got that. I got this one more for the wife. She is a big SpongeBob fan, so here is a SpongeBob and Squidward sticker. So that one is definitely one that she'll enjoy. Also one kind of maybe for her horror collection. I have a Mummy skateboarding. I don't know really which way it's supposed to go. Is it supposed to, no, I guess it's supposed to go. I guess he's like hanging 10 or whatever. I don't know skater talk. She knows it better than I do. Again, the Mummy very fits the horror theme that she loves, and I know she's big into like skater stuff. So that's a really cool one. For myself, again, as a Marvel fan and super fan, it had this really cool design Iron Fist sticker. I thought it was a really cool little artwork. The Iron Fist doing his fist to Kunlun. And then lastly, I have this, because again, I love like the Asian-y, Japanese-y type culture stuff. I have this cat holding a, I don't think it's actually a katana. I think it's a tanto, maybe, the shorter. It's like a katana, but shorter. And he's got these little, almost looks like tattoos of little koi fish on the side, like a little samurai cat. But I thought it's really cool, really cute. So I got those. That's the stickers I got. Just, fun little impulse buy, but they look cute and I liked them. So next, let's get into some comics, which I've only read one of these so far. So I'll have to read the rest of them, get back to you, let you know what I think. This may even be something we go over on the Not a Sidekick Productions channel. I know Dachi also got a bunch of comics. And so maybe a new series that we'll be doing over on there, kind of like a comic book review or talk about corner where we both talk about what comics we've been reading. And so hopefully most of these I'll be able to review. If not over there, then I'll do one over here letting you guys know my thoughts on them. So first, I got a Morbius Living Vampire. Again, they did bag and book all of the bag and board all of these comics for us, which I thought was really nice. I know some comic book stores, they'll charge extra or ask you if you want it bagged and boarded for so much extra, but here I don't believe they did. I know they didn't ask. She just started doing it, so I'm guessing I don't think they charged me any extra for it either, which is really nice. As a comic book fan and collector, it's really nice for them to do it. It's a great cover. Is this a variant cover? I don't think so, but big Morbius fan. Again, I've always said that I think Spider-Man and Batman have the 2 best rogues galleries in all of comic books. And so keeping with that theme, I got the new Carnage Black, White, and Blood. And this one is a variant edition. So that is really awesome. Looks just wicked, but very excited to read it. Big Carnage fan. Like I said, big fan of any of the Spider-Man villains. Both of these, actually, I think all of these comics are $4.99, even the variant editions. So I'll let you know if there's anything changes in that, but I'm pretty sure they're all $4.99. I also got, this is the one that I've actually read before. It's the X-Men Demon Days, #1. It's got Venom up here, signaling more Spider-Man villains. You got Psylocke, or this equivalent version of Psylocke down here. One thing I should preface about comics and my love for Marvel Comics is anything X-Men is my absolute favorite, which you'll also see in my later collectible videos. So I was very excited to see an X-Men comic, but it also crosses over into traditional Japanese art style artwork and character types. They talk about Oni and Orochis and just all the same kind of terminology. That's the word I was looking for, ironically. And the same kind of like watercolor painting styles and stuff. And at the back of this comic, actually, they have a whole section that talks about the different yokai that are talked about in this, which is like Japanese spirits and stuff. So I had to get it. It was one I had actually read online. I have an online thing where I read comics. But in this case, like I said, it was one that I had read online. I was able to read online for free, or through my subscription thing. But I had to own the actual copy. The others I've not read. I just, like I said, I prefer physical copies when I can. It's just I hadn't been able to, again, because we didn't have a comic book store until my buddy told me, hey, this place is supposed to be really nice. Let's go check it out. So the last one actually that we got, which was one that my wife did pick out, and it is also a variant edition, also $4.99, is the new Marvel Alien comics, Alien #1. Very excited. Very awesome looking xenomorph head on there. Very excited. We're both huge fans of the Alien franchise. Her coming from a love of horror, me coming from a love of sci-fi. So when Marvel Comics came out with announcing that they were going to be doing Alien comics from now on, it was a no-brainer to get that one. So again, be reading all those and checking back with you on that. And hopefully be doing more comics and stuff in the future. So I will give a shout out to, the store was called Lemon Juice McGee's Comic Cavalcade. I will give a big shout out to them. They that was the comic book store we went to, and like I said, awesome store. Anybody that's heard of it or knows of it, or look it up on Facebook or something, they did an awesome job. They were very friendly, very polite, had an awesome store, had great prices, great comics. So we'll probably be going back there, especially since it was so within range to where we live and stuff. The closest and best comic book place we got around here. So yeah, other than that, that pretty much wraps that part up. So I think that's going to about bring us to the end of this video. Like I said, I am eventually going to I'll do more collection videos like this if you'd like to see some of those, see some more of our collection. See some of the horror collection behind me a little bit better, closer up. And like I said, hopefully I'm going to try to stay on top of and grow my comic collection up. So whole backstory, I used to have a huge collection. I mean, probably over 200 some comics that I've been collecting for years and years and years. And then through things in life happening and jobs happening and finances, I had to sell a lot of it. It was heartbreaking. It was one of the roughest things to do, but got to survive, got to make sure family and bills and stuff comes first. So I sold a lot of my comics. I kept two at the time. I kept two, which was the first two comics I ever had, which were both X-Men comics, which again I'll show you in the later collection video. And since then I'd gotten two more that I had gotten. I don't remember where I bought them actually, to be honest with you. Probably at the flea market or vendor's mall up here. But I'd bought two more, also both X-Men comics. But yeah, with everything going on, I wanted to start growing the collection a little bit more, especially now that we had a new comic book store that is actually close range and has a lot of good comics. And I've been getting back into reading them, and so I'm happy to add all of these new ones to the collection. I'm definitely going to read them and then let you guys know what I think and add those to the collection. And yeah, so I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Keep up with the channel. Be sure to check out Not a Sidekick Productions channel. And the Digital Dachi channel for more videos featuring me. Over on Digital Dachi's channel, we've been doing some video game videos. And then on the Not a Sidekick Productions, we so far have been doing podcast videos. We're going to do all kinds of pop culture, nerd, geeky stuff over there. We just uploaded our second podcast, which is talking about giant monster movies and the upcoming Kong versus Godzilla, Godzilla versus Kong. So be sure to check that out and show some love, and definitely keep up with me. Like I said, I'll be doing more updates on book stuff, more updates on life stuff and vlog stuff. So stay tuned for more, and be sure to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know, if there's any comics or movies and stuff like this that you like, or that you like to read, or if you've read any of these, give me a shout out. Let me know what you thought about them. Yeah, and let me know what you'd like to see more of, and just holler at me down below. And I want to thank you guys for joining me today. See ya.